Here we have a company called AST Spacemobile. Really, really like this company. I suggest going and doing some reading on them. But in terms of what they're doing their satellite phones and have some mega partnerships with people like Vodafone. The chart is pretty epic as well, I must say. Like, this is now very much in price discovery. And I think if we were looking to sort of break down where price action is and where we can expect this to go, I think it's great. It's a very interesting one. There's quite a lot of opportunity around it. So looking on the monthly, we can see just how volatile this thing has been. In terms of trying to find monthly closes next to each other for levels, I think there's one there. I'll turn that white. So, and that's a monthly level. You can see that also intersects there. There's an interesting level here, which also constitutes the all-time low. You've got a really nice level here. There's all of this, but I think, like some of the other stocks that we've talked about, is this price action seems to have this has taken off now, so I don't know if we will revisit this accumulation zone. We may do, we may not do, but yeah, it's pretty epic. And then up here, what can we see? I think there's only really one level, and that's that one there, and we can see that is quite a key level because that's where we had the impulse up from. So looking at the actually, we will put in our all-time high up here because this is important, because this will be a big target for this this company to go for in the coming weeks and months. So on the weekly, what can we see? We look at this and we can see this level here, this monthly level, was really key because it had acted as resistance. We can see support, resistance, come up, and then once you broke through this, you ended up breaking through the levels quite quickly. You can see this beautiful period of accumulation all the way down, and then impulse, boom, over. We can see down through this line. I think if I was looking at on the daily, this, I think you've got an interesting daily level there, and I will turn that white. Where else do we have? There's not a huge amount to go off. I think we can see that that's held well. So I think the port of call for this would be, so if we go on to the daily, as sort of where we see bounce. So this area here, fantastic bounce. I think we can see a nice pivot point here. All the way up here we see touches all-time high. So if we go on FRVP, we can map out where we're likely to see volume and where you can potentially look for pullback entries. So that's an interesting area. We've got this area here which I will draw a box over. I'll make that grey. There is a box down here, and then you have quite a big box here. So this is an interesting area as well, but we'll go on to the lower time frame. So if we go on to the 4 hour, you can see price action down through here. This is quite an interesting reversal zone. We see consolidation inside this box. So if we were to run the FRVP again through here, you can see this area here is quite key. Along with this area here is quite a key volume area. So I think you probably want to try and find some support inside there. And then after that, there's a bit of volume there. So take that off. Yeah, so essentially what you want to see from this now is, now that we've seen this come down, we've retested, you want to see this hold the box here, consolidate, and begin to push up. In terms of where it could go, I think this is probably a job for a Fibonacci. So if we go down here, and we go the lows to the highs. So what can we expect in terms of retracement? I think the fib basically lines up with everywhere we were looking at. So you can see here, nice little retracement here if we were to get it just below the liquidity zone. This area here to fill in, and this area here in terms of the top side of the fib. So what can we see? We can see a potential target up here of $83.35, 97.26, 156.17, and that is all we have. So yeah, it's plenty of upside, really interesting chart, and it's a project I'll be following closely.